I'm sorry it's been such a long time. Oh wow. Because I've been very busy in my life, I haven't been updating my channel that often. Stuff like moving out of my first year halls, moving back home, moving back to London into a new place, starting a full-time job, starting university. But you guys don't want to hear that because that's not what we're here for. The biggest thing I'd say that I've done in the past month is start testosterone, finally. I started testosterone the 12th of September. So that means I am now, I'm not actually a month on T, I'm 5 weeks on T, so a month and a week. But I've been kind of busy, so I'm on sustanon. Is that how you pronounce it? Sustanon. Once every 3 weeks. This little buddy. Something I was a little worried about before I started T was I was worried that the injections would hurt. But when I first actually got mine done, it's really not that bad. So the very first change that I noticed was on day 4. I was unsure whether or not this was just psychological, but the T-dick thing, you can go Google it if you don't know what it means. Let's just say my nether regions were extremely sensitive, and that was the very first thing that I noticed, along with an increased sex drive. So wasn't the first thing I expected to happen, and certainly not as fast as it happened. About a week and a bit, I noticed that I was getting hot flushes and I was sweating a lot more than I usually would. And I've heard that people who have been on sustanon say that hot flushes is a symptom. So I'm not too worried about it. They're pretty annoying, to be fair. Hi guys, I'm sorry if there's now a very noticeable change in quality. I had to switch cameras. The next change that I noticed happened a month into being on testosterone, so not a lot of changes happened before then, but I'm just gonna include them now because it's easier, I guess. So one day after being a month, so a month and a day on T, I was like staring at my face because I do that quite a lot, and I noticed that my mustache hairs are darker, which is not something that's very noticeable to other people, but as someone who looks at their face often, I realised that they are darker and more prominent than they ever used to be. So that's interesting. Will we get a beard? Let's hope not, because I don't think I would see that. Another one of the more recent changes that I noticed, almost 5 weeks on T, I noticed that my skin type has changed. So I now have oily skin, and I've never had oily skin before. So that's really weird. Another thing about being on testosterone is that my mental health has been extremely rocky and in a ditch, essentially. I don't know whether or not this is a chemical imbalance thing, or if it is a mental thing that comes along with the dysphoria. And my dysphoria has worsened since starting T, because even though I feel more validated as a guy because I'm on T, it hurts even more when people misgender me, and everyone does it. No one has called me a man yet, and I didn't expect anything to happen, but it has made things 10 times harder. But what's powering me through is knowing that there will be more prominent changes coming soon, and that hopefully, if everything goes well, then I should pass once I get a new binder, because I outgrew my binder. You might have noticed throughout this video that my voice has been cracking a little bit. Now it has been 5 weeks on T, so maybe now is about the time that my voice should stop cracking, but I've also been really ill in the past week, so stick around and see, I guess. Yeah, that's it. I'm sorry if this was really rushed, but my battery is running out, and I want to go to bed. I'll see you in the next video I make.